Every citizen, every state, and every country wants to grow and develop. For some, this might mean higher income or better infrastructure or better healthcare facilities. And for some, this might mean better GDP numbers. What information does this figure give? This figure may give following information. Probably it shows increase in height, or increase in size, or increase in number of persons. Similarly, this figure gives the following information regarding GDP growth rate year on year. This increase is quantifiable, that is, it can be counted or measured. Thus, this increase, which is quantifiable, is equal to growth. This graph tells us about number of children increasing, but this graph does not tell us about the development in their learning or reading abilities. Thus, we find that development is a very complicated concept, but nevertheless an important one. And in study of economics, this is a problem. There exists a debate as to what is important, economic growth or economic development. Or what should be first, economic growth or economic development. We will not get into this debate, but we will focus on the concept. Thus, as we have seen, growth is a quantitative concept, whereas development is a qualitative concept. So let us comparatively understand the concept of economic growth and economic development. On our left hand side, we have basis for comparison. So first is the meaning. Economic growth is the positive change in real output of a country in a particular span of time. Whereas development is the rise in the level of production in an economy along with the advancement of technology, improvement in living standards, and so on. About the concept, economic growth is considered as a narrow, whereas economic development is considered as a broader concept, as it encompasses many different things as seen from the meaning. Economic growth involves increase in indicators like GDP, per capita income, etc. Whereas economic development involves improvement in life expectancy rate, infant mortality rate, literacy rate, and poverty rates. Economic growth can be said to be a short-term process, whereas economic development is a long-term process. It goes on continuously. Now, if we ask how it can be measured, the upward movement in national income tells us about economic growth, and upward movement in real national income tells us about economic development. If you ask which kind of changes are expected between them, then economic growth involves quantitative changes, whereas economic development involves both qualitative as well as quantitative changes. Again, if you ask when does economic growth arises, then the answer would be in a certain period of time, whereas economic development is a continuous process and it keeps on moving from one parameter to another as the time changes. That was about economic growth and development. This video was brought to you by Synergy Study Point Pune. Stay tuned for more such videos. You can always write to us at admin@upscmantra.com, and for more information you can always visit www.upscmantra.com, or you can like us on our Facebook page Synergy S Point. Also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel Synergy Study Point. Thank you.